Now I'm gonna go to the Infinity because the Infinity is huge too. Um, and I'm gonna start backwards on this one. This is the vortex mathematics symbol. Uh, if for those who haven't seen the gematria in vortex mathematics, it's a whole thing. I'm not going to explain it here, but it's basically there's an infinity symbol and then a straight arrow. And let's see if I have. Yeah, okay, so see this symbol and the car infinity symbol is pretty much the same symbol, it's just a little different. And you can see this one up here, Pyramex, that's the same symbol as well. It's just a little different, you know. But how all this revelation started with me, how God got my attention, was there were three big things. There was getting my car, the Infinity G37. There was Goku reaching Ultra Instinct and Dragon Ball Super, and then the triple numbers. So they're all tied together. It's kind of hard to know where to start with some of this stuff, but I just noticed there's a triple one in that in that number too. This was an electric skateboard I used to ride out in Texas, and this was part of my room, and I actually had a water fountain there, and it was kind of symbolic of living water. Or when Jesus, one of the big scriptures about infinity is Jesus says, you know, for those who drink from this well, they'll thirst again, but for those who drink from the water I give will never thirst again. It'll become in them a spring welling up to eternal life. That's infinite. This, believe it or not, I saw in Walmart. I was walking by and it just caught my eye, and infinity, you and I shine as one. Like, that was like straight from God to me right there. I could not believe I was seeing that. This was, I was watching tornado chasing streams, which I've always been interested in tornado chasing. I've always thought it's the coolest thing. But now technology's reached a point where we can, you know, watch people stream chasing tornadoes. So this was on a stream. They were directly below, looking straight up. They call it a cinnamon roll, but this is what's happening when the funnel is about to come down, and it's an infinity symbol. So this is a picture that was already made, but I added the "You are loved beyond all measure, always and forever." And there's the car symbol. This is a tattoo, the only tattoo that I have. It's a cross with a heart into an infinity, and trust me at the bottom. This was another place that I worked at. I did general contracting in Texas, and we were just all over the place. I mean, every day was pretty much a different job, and that was one of the jobs we went to. I used to vape, and I used to go to this place called Hard 8 Vape, and, you know, the sideways 8 is the infinity. So I caught that one day, and I just like, wow, another one, you know. This was somewhere where I worked. They had this box, and it's the upward arrow with the infinity design, kind of like. And I do think companies do that on purpose, because it's kind of the same as the Freemason sign, the compass and square. It's kind of the same thing, but obviously, what it means to me is completely different. This was another place that we worked. Southern Grace, with a heart at the top, infinity at the bottom, SG, Southern Grace. That, like, you kidding me with this? This is a trampoline that I ordered. And before I ordered it, I did not know the symbol looked like this. And I unboxed it, and man, I had some fun with that thing. I mean, it was not a cheap one. It was one of the ones that'll bounce you, like, you gotta watch your head on the ceiling. And I had pretty tall. It bounced you probably 5 feet in the air. I mean, it was an octagon, like, nice, you know. I'd partake in certain substances that I shouldn't have, and just bounced on that all night. Back in my crazier days, but the Lord corrected me. Again, another place that I worked. Affinity Mortgage. This is a yeah, Crystal, I've heard that too, and because I heard that McDonald's uses their color scheme because they it's puts people in a state of stress and rush, like they're it makes them hurry and eat so the next people can come in and they don't, you know, I don't know. But my girlfriend several years ago, the only girlfriend I ever had in Texas, and it was a long distance relationship, and she was a sweet girl, but I think the Lord was teaching me that he was saving me for himself, and I you know, that meant a lot to me when I learned that, and I quit seeking that type of relationship with another woman. But she didn't know the infinity thing. I'd never told her about the infinity thing, and she sent me this card, and this was on the back. And also, the other thing I'm just noticing is the crown. I've been seeing a lot of crowns as well in daily life. Yeah, the urgency. Yeah, right. Fast food. Yeah. This is a picture off of a computer, I think. An AMD drive or graphics card or something. It's kind of sort of the infinity symbol. Well, it's a vortex anyway, and it's a 64. And 64 is, in mathematics, considered a full rotation of infinity. And that's a whole nother thing that I barely grasp, to be honest. But and some of the vortex mathematics videos, there might be something in there that delves deeper into that. This was Kemper Auto. I guess this was I don't know if I was working here or what, but there's infinity right there. This one might be kind of hard to see, but there's an infinity symbol right there, and unity, and a peace symbol, you know, all that, whatever. But actually, two infinity symbols. There's one right there too. But this was a bridge that, on that same mountain bike trail, when you reach the end of it, there was this bridge that was like halfway collapsed, but you could still go halfway across, but there was like a chasm that was probably 20 feet. Like you weren't jumping it. And there's some other pictures of that bridge that I've got. This is when I worked at a telephone company. This was a box they had, and clear links. Here's another thing that the Lord was teaching me, is we're all directly connected to God. It's when I worked in Texas, I worked as a low voltage infrastructure installer. And I just noticed, look at that. 4 ones right up there. But the way like any system works, you've got the main like an internet system. You've got the main hub where all of the communication comes through, and then it distributes out through the building, just like electrical, just like sometimes plumbing or water point, water pipes, or telephone systems and internet. They all come to one central area and then they split out from there. But every single individual point is connected back to that one hub. And that's how it is with us and God. We are all connected directly to Him. Just like that system. This is another thing with the telephone company is infinite. This is a picture that I found, Love You to the Moon and Back, and there's been a lot of things about the moon. I'm not real sure about it, but there's an infinity right there. Happiness is letting go of what you think your life is supposed to look like and celebrating it for everything that it is. And there is an infinity looking symbol right there. And if you notice, these types of symbols are absolutely everywhere. You've got, I mean, I see them on old chairs, I see them on picture frames, like, but you don't ever notice stuff like that unless it, you know, unless it's pointed out to you, and then you can't not notice it. Alright, what next? Okay, so here is the thing I was talking about the connectivity. Ping is a golfing company. They named their company Ping because of the way the ball sounds when people hit it with a club. But there's another meaning for the word ping, and that's in like a networking. When you ping a device, you're calling out to it and asking it to respond. And I was wearing this jacket for years, and I didn't know that. And there it is again. And that kind of let me know, like, it's God's ping to me. Like, I was getting the ping. Oh, here's that water fountain up close. I really wish I still had that thing. I just, I live in an RV now, so it wouldn't be. The one thing that sucked about it is having to fill it up all the time. It really evaporated pretty quick. Alright. I had these wrist bracelets made. You can have them made. I think it was like $5 for 2 of them or something. But he is everywhere. The Infinity symbol. I've already worn them out like crazy though, so they're gone. This is a picture that I took of. That is a Dragon Ball plushie that one of my friends gave me, and that's the other thing I'm gonna get into is the Goku and Dragon Ball, but the ray of light is shining straight through it. So I had to take a picture of that. This is the poster that's on my wall, even behind me now, that I got right after I got out of the psychological episode that I had back in 2014. I may talk about that in some other video, but it was traumatic, terrible. But it was a huge awakening, though. I mean, it let me see a spiritual war that was going on, that I was being careless and not defensive enough, not being vigilant enough. But she got me this poster right after I got out of the psych ward, and it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight." And that's where He'll make your path straight. That's where the infinity symbol comes in, because that's a straight path. That upward arrow, and that's connected to the vortex mathematics, and I mean, it's just everywhere. I can't believe how many connections are in this, like almost too many to count.